Hey guys, Jordan Schrader with Blue Tides, and for today we are showing you a patio redo out here. This is out in southwest Shreveport, and just got done tearing this all out, redoing it, and a couple little cool things I want to show you. Nothing big and fancy, but just very simple things to think about when you're doing a slab. Is one of the things is this guy has a grill, which a lot of people do, and so we just added a little kick out right here on the side to help them bring that grill from under the cover to outside the cover so that they could barbecue. So just a cool little thing to think about is doing little kickouts like that. Doesn't have to be big and fancy. It's just more practical and functional. Then on this side, you see we did another little kick out so that he could just have his hose reel on here. That way, if he's watering or whatever, you're not actually stepping out in the dirt. It's not getting all mucky, you know, right around that area where it's coming out. So just a nice little feature. Doesn't cost very much to add that. Usually, if we're within our parameters of pouring, in this case, this guy actually got both of those little kickouts for the same price that he would have if he didn't do the kickouts, because it was all the same labor and we had to order a certain amount of concrete, so it stayed the same, right? So another thing we did for this slab, and I'll get a little closer for you here, but you can see on this one, just to give a little bit of a decorative finish without a bunch of money, is exposed aggregate. Now, what people don't know is you can get exposed aggregate in different colors and different sizes. We also can do custom exposed aggregate where we actually throw the aggregate into the mix, where we can mix colors, sizes, etc., things that the concrete plant would not have, but we can customize it to do that. And then another thing is, you can see we added, might be hard to see in the video here, but we added in some different joint lines, and basically to make it look like big squares. So even though you have this little patio here, this looks like big 3x3 sections in the exposed aggregate. Just gives it a nice clean finish with a little bit of a decorative feel. And between doing the kickouts, the lines, and the exposed aggregate, I think he paid 200 bucks. So it's not very much for a little patio like this. So just some little things to think about on this one. Also, this guy had a concern when his yard pours, when it rains, the yard is sloped this direction. So we made sure that when we poured, we stayed 3 inches underneath the existing slab, and then of course sloped it back away from the house, and then made sure we left a lip around it. So then that way, when the water comes down, it's going to pour up to the slab, go to the left and right, and not hold up against the house there. So a couple little key things to think about when you're doing slabs, and that's why usually when we show up, we ask you what you're going to do, what you're going to be doing with that slab, how you're going to be utilizing it, you know, how you hang out there. It's not always as easy as just saying, hey, I want a concrete extension or I want a patio. There's always little things to think about that a lot of times people don't think about till after they did it and they're using the slab and they're like, oh my gosh, you know, I wish I would have thought about that. So anyways, we'll see you next time for tomorrow's update.